Hey guys, so I'm showing you how to work with the system. What you have the headset with the POV camera and you have the bag. Okay. What you have in the bag is you have a Raspberry Pi, okay, and a battery pack, which everything is so that you can walk around. Everything is thus allows for autonomous operation. The way to start a system, first you want to go on the battery here and you want to press the button, okay? This lights up the battery, otherwise it doesn't detect automatically that there's a Raspberry Pi attached. And the second thing is there's a switch in here that you press on, okay? Once you press the switch, it will turn bright red, and this tells you that you're starting the system. If the switch doesn't turn up red, it means probably that you forgot to light up the battery. Like I said, the battery won't detect automatically that you have a system attached. Once you started the device, the system here, what you're looking for is this here. It's kind of like a remote controller. We'll wait a little bit. The light here will start to flash green. Takes about 30 seconds. You see, so now it's so this tells you that it is the fast flashing is pairing mode. Now you go for the device and you have a switch on the left side right here that you go up, and now you have on the other side you have the light here that flashes. It didn't flash for long because already the two devices are connected. Okay, so when it's solid green, it means that both devices are connected. Now, the device, the Raspberry Pi will connect automatically to the network. I'll give you the credentials. I provide you with the router just to get you started. If you want to use a different router, you can. You just need to log in. It's a Raspbian build. It's headless, so you need to operate through command line. But I'll give you the credentials to log in through SSH, and you can map it to any network. Okay, but the point being that it connects to the Wi-Fi automatically. Now, what you want then? Okay, so to wear the device, you put the headset. Okay, you have adjustments on the side. I'll do like a proper adjustment tutorials. Okay, after, and the bag. The way to wear it the best, I think. I'll go back in here. The way to wear it, I think the best is on the shoulder here. You adjust the size. Now this one is adjusted a little bit small. Okay, let me check. No, that's obviously just adjust it. This is a little bit tedious, but you need to kind of like work your way to adjust the size. Only one side is adjustable, by the way. Okay. So now I put it above my my right shoulder. That's how I like it, okay? And maybe still a little bit. I mean, obviously it's up to the comfort. It doesn't need to. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, just for comfort. I mean, there's no like. There you go. So now you're wearing the device, and you have access to this. I'll correct that. I'll just like fix a little bit of like the extra length here for the video camera, and here you have the remote to operate the system. Okay, this is to record and to tag the data stream. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be using this. I'll show it anyways. Now, the second thing that you want to do after that is considering that you're connected with your laptop on the same network. You can also use the Android. I mean, you can also connect through Android. I'm not sure it's mobile friendly. I would have to check. So here's the name of the device, Hermes, always, dash, and the number of the unit. This is number 9. It's written inside the headset. It's also written on the Raspberry Pi. .local port 5000, and this is the page. Ignore this image here. This is a muse. It's not up to date, but this is the page where you kind of get access to the operation. So everything related to status is, but look, I mean, headset is there. Broker works. This is for MQTT. Recording, currently it's offline. If we turn it on, it's going to turn green. The battery is not working as far as I know, and this you can ignore. Here, what you have is all the metrics, okay, real time, okay, as a time series, okay. So for each metric, each cognitive metric, you have the name of the metric, which is kind of like the raw metric, and then you have a online calibration, okay. So let's say this is and this one will be 0, 1 auto calibrated. So let's say I want engagement to go up, I can just like I can just be engaged, basically. Okay, so this, what is nice here is that this is auto-calibrated. You have a command to reset calibration. If you reset calibration, I think it takes about 20 seconds before the calibration device, the calibration is online. And you have like engagement, focus. Freelance is just like a custom metric. You can ignore it. Motivation doesn't, I mean, I'd say that engagement is by far the best metric that you can use here, as I showed. Focus is an even easier metric to work with than engagement, but it lacks kind of like the sense of immersion. It's just like, if I just focus on a point, I look, you see, even easier to control than engagement, but you're lacking, it's kind of like attention metric. So you're just like attentive to something, focus will go up. Engagement also require a little bit of like, kind of like getting in it. Relaxation, workload, those works. I mean, I actually have good data with them, but for like a quick hack, I'd definitely have you go to engagement and focus. And then you have emotional states, obviously. For emotions, you have, I'd say you have the time series, but if you want, I think it's better to work either with bar chart or polar plot. So now this one is a little bit active. So I explained the emotions at the same time. So let me just go start with neutral. So you see, obviously, neutral is the absence of activity. Okay, remember that we're measuring muscle activity. This is how we get the emotions. Contempt, this one that we see light up here. The theoretical, on paper, it's called contempt, which is a negative connotation. Truly, it's kind of like small corner smile activity. This is why we see it active here, because I'm talking, I'm moving my mouth. So it kind of like activates a little bit this signal, but technically it's just like corner smile. Okay, generally this would be small joy, or it could be truly contempt, that is a reaction to me being kind of like disappointed in myself. This is where I'd see it, like playing video games and stuff like that. But generally it shows up as a corner smile. Then you have like happiness, which is big smile. Okay, you see happiness. So if I smile widely, I get happiness. Then you also have anger. So if I frown, okay, you see you have anger, so frowning triggers anger. You then have disgust, so if I just like pull my nose a little bit up, you see, oh, that's disgusting. Oh, okay. Then you have surprise. Surprise, sadness, and fear tends to be mixed up a little bit because we don't have a very strong model for these three. Okay, but technically, fear is kind of like, okay, which was it? So it's yellow here. Okay, surprise is, oh, wow. Okay, kind of like, wow, that's amazing. Okay, and sadness is like, no, no mix of that. So that's a little bit of the idea. And then you have here in gray here, what you have is anxiety metric. Anxiety is basically, it's just a composite metric here that sums up sadness and fear, because sadness and fear tends to be confused, and both are kind of like signs of anxiety. And for a specific project, I needed to specifically sense anxiety. So so you have this one. Okay, the easiest to work with are obviously contempt and happiness. I generally consider contempt and happiness as being on the same scale. with contemp being valued at like 0.5 the intensity. So full contemp is kind of like 0.5 happiness, and 100% happiness is 100%. So it's kind of like the same scale. And then obviously anger. So those are the easiest to, the most common emotions that you'll find also, and also the easiest to control if you want to play with it. Disgust is also very easy to work with as well. Very strong model for disgust. So that gives you kind of like an idea here. The only thing to be mindful about is anger. Anger will trigger anytime there's some frowning. It can be associated with mild frustration or friction. Can also be the sun if you're outside, that can trigger kind of like just like the frowning. So it's a very sensitive metric because of the type of applications we work with. We want to be sensitive, but keep in mind exactly that it is a sensitive metric. For higher intensity frustration, it will generally show up as anxiety or fear, because if I'm really like, oh man, I'm really angry, no, you see, it kind of like shows up a little bit of like anger, mixed fear. So based on that, this kind of, it's not like it's not as much as contempt and happiness, but it's kind of like, it kind of works a little bit you can think of the same thing. What else? Okay, you can start recording. Okay, so the button here and the push button here is exactly the same thing. If you want to record a data set or simply a recording, you press on it. I think there's kind of like a deep answer of like 0.5 seconds. And if it's a slow flashing, it means it's recording. And when it's recording, you see recording here, so it's recording on the device. This is fully autonomous. Here, you don't need the network to play with that. It's recording raw data. It's recording the frames here. I call this the frame. If you want to see the frame, by the way, you can just go here in data. And basically, this is what we get. Okay, I'll show you, like, we also have a code sample to get them. Okay, there's 2 frames per seconds, and you see this is what you get in there, and the frames are recorded, the raw data is recorded, the video is recorded also. So you get all of this that gets recorded when you record. Everything stays on the device. I'll show you how to access it, and then you can press again to stop. Okay, you get kind of like the fast flashing for a moment. This is kind of like it copies the files and just make sure that everything gets saved properly, and you can't trigger a new recording at that point. You also have like the button I press, by the way, is the one that is the closest to the LED, so right below it. Then you have the other one here that will record some events in the data stream so that you can refer to later on. It's just they will all have the same identification. And in terms of like the basic operation of the system, this is it, and it should work. I mean, you see, it's plug and play. The goal is to be like super easy to work with, and then you can connect to the frame here to pull them and do something else with it, or you can work directly on the system. So this is the video on the system operation.